my phone calling me the N-word at 4 a.m. in the morning. You're supposed to be a manager and you, what's up with you? Then on my phone, 4 a.m. calling me about a McDonald's commercial saying, really, a chicken Big Mac?
Cenat seems to have the worst luck with managers. A new situation has just come out, making things look really bad for one of his old managers and a current one. This story involves Travis Scott, his business, and the mega streamer Aiden Ross. You won't believe the strange actions of Aiden's manager that Cenat himself recently exposed. It's a tale of hidden tension, broken trust, and shocking comments that could change everything we think we know about these big names. Let's quickly go back to David Stroberg, who manages Travis Scott and used to manage Cenat. The drama first kicked off when Aiden Ross allegedly let slip some private information about Travis Scott's music. This made David Stroberg incredibly upset. Why? Because Travis Scott is more than just a music artist. He's a huge business empire, and keeping his projects quiet is David's top priority. Travis himself is known for being very professional, so this leak was a big deal. This event seemed to be the final straw between David and Aiden. They went their separate ways a few years ago, probably around 2021 or 2022. By 2023, David was no longer managing Aiden. That's when Aiden got a new manager named Tav. Tav quickly earned a reputation for getting things done behind the scenes. People who worked with him often said he was very effective. But new information directly from Cenat has now painted a very different, darker picture of Tav, one that no one expected. Cenat recently revealed details about a very strange phone call he had with Tav, Aiden Ross's manager. This call happened after Kai had already been dealing with his own public issues involving Aiden. Kai told a truly unsettling story. Tav reportedly called him while drunk, and what he said next was wild. Tav allegedly began spilling private details about Aiden Ross's life and business. He talked about Aiden's serious gambling problem, claiming Aiden was losing millions of dollars. Now it's already known that Aiden gambles a lot and has lost huge amounts. He's even talked about it himself. But for his manager to be sharing this with a competitor like Cenat, that's a huge problem. Think about it. Tav is Aiden's manager and a business partner. They are supposed to be on the same team, especially since both Tav and Aiden are Jewish, implying a sense of brotherhood. Yet Tav was reportedly sharing damaging private information with Cenat, who is a direct competitor. This was a massive red flag for anyone in the business, showing a serious lack of loyalty and professional conduct. The shocking revelations about Tav didn't stop with just leaking private info. Kai also claimed that Tav, during that same drunk call, supposedly threatened to leave Aiden Ross and go work for FaZe Clan if Aiden didn't get his gambling habit under control. While this might have been Tav just venting, it still shows a manager talking about abandoning his client's career behind their back. That's a huge breach of trust. But the disrespect went even further. Tav reportedly made a nasty comment about Cenat's massive McDonald's collaboration. He called it a chicken Big Mac in a way that Kai felt was very insulting and rude. For Kai, that McDonald's deal was a huge success, a direct result of his constant hard work and dedication. Kai was deeply offended by Tav's comment, making it clear that they weren't close enough for that kind of joke. Kai's strong reaction to Tav's behavior highlights a critical point in any business. A manager must always act like a professional. Tav was totally out of line by telling a competitor sensitive details about his client. He was also disrespectful, acting like he was close friends with Kai when he clearly wasn't. What's more, Kai, being a truly solid friend, didn't want to ruin Aiden's day by immediately telling him about Tav's wild behavior. He kept quiet to protect Aiden, at least for a while. The full scale of Tav's alleged betrayal became undeniable when Aiden Ross finally reacted to Cenat's claims. Aiden appeared confused and genuinely shocked, openly stating he had no idea Tav was even thinking about leaving him or joining FaZe Clan. This proved that Tav was going behind Aiden's back, talking badly about him to a competitor. That's some seriously greasy and slimy behavior. The situation got even more awkward when Aiden later confronted Tav directly about the Chicken Big Mac comment on a live stream. Tav was clearly caught off guard. He fumbled his words, claimed he didn't remember saying it, and quickly tried to apologize, all while looking very uncomfortable. Since Cenat is not known for lying about such things, it was clear Tav had been exposed. He was squirming, realizing he'd been caught. However, in a surprising turn, Sneeko jumped in to defend Tav. Sneeko insisted that the Chicken Big Mac comment was just a joke. He argued that managers often have to be very careful with their words in public, but might want to speak more freely in private. Sneeko even tried to twist Kai's words, suggesting Kai was trying to make things worse by bringing up Tav's Jewish background, implying Kai was trying to frame it as something more serious, like a slave owner joke. Sneeko's controversial take was that the joke was simply that black people like chicken and that Tav meant absolutely no harm. Sneeko's defense of Tav, however, completely missed the most important point. A joke is only funny if everyone involved finds it funny. If something you say makes another person feel disrespected, insulted, or even hurt, then it stops being a joke for them. Cenat clearly did not have the kind of close relationship with Tav where such a comment would be taken as light-hearted banter. Tav would likely never say something like that publicly on a stream, but saying it directly to Kai in a private call was a huge error in judgment. Cenat's reaction to this was completely fair. Tav's behavior, from reportedly sharing private client details with a rival to making disrespectful jokes, was unacceptable on many levels. It was a major professional misstep, a clear red card offense in the game of business. You simply can't tell someone else how they should or shouldn't feel about something you say, especially when you're in a position of power or trust. This whole wild situation pulls back the curtain on the hidden battles and strange loyalties within the streaming world. It shockingly exposes how a manager's loyalty can be totally bought or lost, how personal struggles of big stars can become very public, and how quickly trust can shatter. The alleged actions of Aiden Ross's manager, Tav, not only badly damaged his own name, but also highlighted the complex web of friendships, rivalries, and betrayals that define this incredibly fast-paced industry. It's a harsh reminder that in the world of online fame, what happens behind the scenes can be far more dramatic and impactful than anything streamed live for millions. This saga leaves us with a big question. In an industry where millions of dollars and famous reputations are always on the line, who can you truly trust? And what unseen battles are still being fought right now?